Hi, Gemini. Welcome to another bonus read for you for this week. I have a brand new reading spread for you, and I'm so excited to share this with you. This is going to be the push pull love reading, and we're going to look at the person on your mind, what brings you two together, what pulls you apart, and what needs your attention between the two of you. So, this is general and it may not resonate for everyone. If it does, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. It helps me to pick up on your energy for all future reads. And at the end of your reading, I'm going to be pulling an oracle message for you from the Mind Info Oracle deck. Actually, a couple of messages to get some more insight, clarity, and information for you. And I will be clarifying each card. Sorry, this is so new for this spread that I'm like, I can't even get my intro together. But let's jump past that intro, okay? Let's just jump into your reading because I'm too excited. And I have this very good energy just flowing of, this reading for all of my Geminis, for all viewers, of course. Even if you're a cross watcher watching on Geminis, we're going to go ahead and jump in and look at this because I want you to be able to have more insight. I want you to have more answers, and I want you to have that clarity, confirmation, and understanding of the situation more than what you know at this point. So let's go ahead and look at what brings Gemini and the person on their mind together. So the Hierophant comes out and the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Wow. So spirituality, a higher calling, a soulmate connection, really feeling, that abundance with one another, that like you're really attracted to one another. It feels like an effortless connection. Like when you met each other, it was just like instantaneous that you felt something for one another. It felt like this was your soulmate and vice versa. You also have this same beliefs on what you desire and what you're trying to create for a life here as well. And I like that. You have a lot of goals. They have a lot of goals, but the abundance is just so beautiful. So I do have Taurus energy, okay, that comes out. I love the Taurus energy that comes out here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to clarify that Hierophant here. Not clarify, sorry. We're not going to clarify just yet. We're going to go ahead and look at what pulls you two apart. What pulls Gemini and this person apart? You also have a very beautiful like soul connection to one another. Feeling like it's on two different planes, meaning you may have known each other in a past life or something of that nature. What pulls you two apart is heartbreak or the lack of communication here. Wanting and desiring to be recognized and work together with one another on the same goal, creating something beautiful here. But this Four of Swords says that there's, it's either been very difficult for the both of you to communicate with one another about, these things that still linger, that feel like it hurts a little bit when trying to create a beautiful, weaving something beautiful together and creating a pattern that matches both of your expectations here. And also what pulls you apart is like the lack of communication and validation for one another of like, I really like what you're doing, or, just having that open communication with one another here. Some of you could be on a breakup as well, even though you want to be together, but it feels like maybe the communication lacks, like you're in a relationship, but maybe even far apart from each other in some way. So it's a beautiful energy, even though it's something that pulls you two apart. It's also something that can be worked on, right? So we're going to go ahead and look at what needs your attention between you and this person on your mind. Oh, just so you know, I do have Libra energy as well as Capricorn energy that came out. So what needs attention between Gemini and the person on their mind? The Nine of Pentacles, more independence, determination, and more feeling like I got this, feeling confident, more confidence with that Nine of Pentacles, with communication and expressing how you feel and going after what you want here. That's what really needs your attention between the both of you. Even traveling to see one another, because that did come out about you two being maybe far apart from one another, so you don't always get to meet up. Also, you've been exhausted, they've been exhausted with whatever, new job or work you're doing, but there's that need to take some time out for you and them and really, go on a weekend trip, go and see one another, or just be more open to asking questions, or talking about things going on in your life, their life, just really being interested in one another. That would really help the situation. So I have Sagittarius as well as Virgo energy that comes out. Let's go ahead and clarify that Hierophant. Yeah, that Hierophant with the Empress just really felt like a past life connection, and one that's really, really strong. Like you have a very strong bond and tie to one another in a past life connection. I saw it in the pre-shuffle. What brings you two together, wanting the same thing, to take that leap of faith with one another, knowing that this is your soulmate, and really recognizing that and trusting in the intentions of one another, wanting to really explore where that's taking you here. So we have the Fool, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the Chariot. It's beautiful energy of what brings you two together, and the clarification here, because it's abundance in the best way, because you are your authentic self, they are their authentic selves, but there's certain things that are a little difficult to talk about or bring up in conversation. But for the most part, with what brings you two together, of wanting the same thing and feeling that this is a soulmate connection, is that this is exciting. You see yourselves in a very beautiful place of, I want to move in with them. I want to spend my life together. They make me feel like, this is home. And, the Chariot, really knowing what you want. It's your decision. Things happening fast. And also looking at the different options of what's next. There's so many different things of what's next between the two of you, and that there's so much love there, but not wanting to do the wrong thing, because even with those options and choices, this person's really looking at what's best and what's going to not be so good. So it's like, well, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. So that's how it comes out. And that's where that Four of Swords, of that break in communication, which pulls you two apart, is not really speaking up and saying certain things that are on your mind, on their mind, or just bringing certain things that are really important up in conversation. So let's go ahead and clarify that Four of Swords for what pulls you apart. Yeah, there is this fear, there's this break in communication, because you both have this fear of being cautious with one another, that if you say something, it will come out the wrong way. And then, because in the past, somebody said, especially we don't talk about exes. Let's not talk about exes. But there's that lingering pain of being cautious because an ex made you feel a certain way, which created, all of these things of like, this is really happening, and it just feels, like everything bad is happening. But you've been through that tough situation, Gemini, with an ex here. There's also the fact that this lack of communication between the two of you on certain matters, you're cautious about what you say and opening up to this person about how you grew up, and vice versa, them too, because you don't want to be perceived the wrong way. You don't want, and they don't want you to be like, oh my God, it's so stupid, or view you in a way that just feels like, oh, why did you tell me that? So feeling that judgment, but you really shouldn't feel that judgment from one another whenever, what brings you together is such a beautiful connection here of what you both want. That is the same. That outweighs any kind of fear by all means. And at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups here. And I really like this energy. Oh, I forgot to tell you what energies I had a moment ago. So we have Aquarius, Aries, also Cancer, And then I have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Pisces energy so far. Okay, so with the, like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. What if that, triggers something, to where I lose this person, or, I worry what they'll think about me, and I worry about what if they don't want the same thing as far as a relationship. But you two have discussed this. And if you haven't, you both have felt the need to want to talk about a permanent relationship together and seeing where that goes. That could, be marriage, moving in together, just definitely feeling the love. But you've had some worries about falling in love with one another so intensely, because of the way that it just feels like you've always known each other, and it scares you a little bit, scares them a little bit. But at the same time, being confident, finding that determination, like, I got this. I know exactly what I want. I'm going to do it. That is going to push you forward, and that really will push the fear away. Not only that, it's also going to show the both of you within one another that you can trust that the other person is not going to judge you on whatever it is you want to talk about, whatever you have to say. They're not going to get defensive, those sort of things. So, because I feel you've gone through that in the past, and so have they, with certain people that are like, why would you say that? And it just really caused some issues in a relationship, but that just wasn't the right relationship for you, nor was it the right relationship for them. And that led you to something better here. Someone that's your soulmate, someone who is new, and it looks like there's so much magic in taking this chance here with someone that feels like we really get each other, and I really want to do this now. Like, I'm ready for this. So you feel that, they feel that. There's no need to just, stay on pause. Push the play button and go. So we're going to go ahead and clarify that 9 of Pentacles for what needs your attention between the two of you. So what needs Gemini's attention between them and the person on their mind? Confidence. They like a confident person. You like a confident person. So if you show intimidation to this person, that you're not confident in yourself, you don't know who you are, and vice versa, it's going to make you start to question things like, why are they acting all weird? And the same for them. They're going to think that as well. What needs your attention is that confidence, that determination, to be happy, to stay excited, to experience the joy and excitement in this situation, and really chase after it by being honest with one another here. And I love this. The Empress is at the bottom of the deck, but I do have the Sun, I have the King of Wands, I have the Queen of Swords, and then that Empress at the bottom of the deck. This is what you liked about them. This is what they liked about you, is that everything felt so organic and naturally flowing. It felt like nothing was undisturbed. It felt like everything was moving in the right direction. So don't change that. That's what still needs your attention, is staying confident and, really showing your light, really embracing who you are, your authentic self, and also, feeling the happiness in the situation. The King of Wands is a very attractive person, because that person is very confident. That person is a conqueror as well. And then that Queen of Swords is like cutting through all the beat. Like, I don't have time to beat around the bush. I'm going to tell you how things are. This is what I'm looking for. You like that in somebody. They like that in somebody. So what needs your attention are those things to continue to be confident and express your authentic self to this person, and don't hold back, because if you do, then y'all are just leaving room for the things to be like questionable, of like, what are they hiding? And you don't want that. You don't want to be able to know all those turns and corners before they approach, right? You want to be able to know where you're steering with that Chariot here. So I do have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, as well as Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and more Taurus energy that comes out. And I love this. And it's a very loving kind of energy with Empress. It's beautiful. So working on staying your authentic self, being your independent. Also, don't become codependent on one another. That's another thing. If you become codependent on one another, then the other person will get annoyed because you both are going to eventually want your own downtime or feel like, I want my person to be able to do what they want to do as I want to do what I want to do without having to worry if they're going to be upset with me, right? We like confident people. It's very attractive. We like people who are very vocal, very attractive. So keep doing that. Keep working on that. Let's go ahead and get some oracle messages. What do you want Gemini to know about their reading? Can we get 3, please? All right. All right, we have surrender, ask for help, and align. Ooh, I love this. Okay, so the surrender card underneath the what brings you together, you're being asked to let go of your need to control each part of your life and surrender to the universe. Control is an illusion, and it's exhausting to try to hold on to it. Let it go and allow yourself to enjoy the relief that comes from doing so. Also, surrendering to the universe and being very content with yourself of this is it, this is the relationship, or we both want the same thing, this feels really good. Surrendering and just jumping in, taking that leap of faith is going to make you feel so much better if you haven't done it already. And it feels like you have held back a little bit, Gemini, because you're like, I don't know, should I do it? Yes, do it. Ask for help is underneath what pulls you two apart. So you're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with this issue alone. There are many people who want to help you, but it's up to you to bravely ask for their support. It's a sign of strength to reach out. Do that today. So, if you need help with from a friend, family member, someone who can give you guidance of how to approach the situation, who knows you a little bit more on a personal level, where you're like, well, sometimes when I say things, it comes out the wrong way. How should I handle it? That person's going to be wise because they know you, and they're going to say, well, if you did it this way, it might work out. Maybe they know the person that you want to be with as well. But asking for help and not staying in this alone, independence is one thing, but being a loner is another thing. So, asking for help is not a bad thing. It's also a very attractive quality. Just don't be codependent. Meaning, don't be like, oh, I need you for everything. So align. You're being asked to align with your current situation, even if it's not easy to do so. Trust that there is much to be learned by being here. Pushing against what is will only make things harder on you. Align, surrender, trust. And there's that surrender again that comes out. So Gemini, this is what I have for you. If it resonates with your situation, go ahead and hit that like button. And those of you that are interested, I am still offering personal readings through the month of October. You can find more information in the description of this video if you are interested. And other than that, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in your next reading coming up. Bye.